I'm going to negotiate a seller finance deal on a motel in Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm going to call the realtor and kick off negotiations. Just the first steps of negotiating. I'm going to try understanding what they need, and I'm going to try understanding what they can bring to me. And I'm going to see if we can come to a deal. Do you want to start investing in commercial real estate or wholesaling commercial real estate? Not residential where you make $5,000, $10,000 assignment fees. Here we're talking 50, 100, $200,000 assignment fees. And it all starts here. I'll show you how to kick off the conversations with realtors. Now, this beautiful property, this lead was actually sent to me by a JVer. He sent me the lead. He wants me to negotiate and help him close this deal so I can get him paid. I'm happy to do that for you too. So he sent me this lead and he presented some pretty strong terms. And when I say strong, I mean strong in the buyer's camp. It's a good hardball negotiations. He was like, hey, I'll give you 10% down, 30-year seller financing at 4% interest, no balloon. Now, the realtor who was representing the seller said, heck no. My seller, and hear this out, guess what he said? He said, no, my seller wants a 5-year balloon. I'll explain what that means in a second. And $1 million down. Oh, man. Is this a dead deal? Is this a dead deal? Akash, the JVer was like, Max, is this a dead deal? Can I even negotiate this? Well, I'm going to negotiate it, and I'll show you guys how. Not all deals are dead just because of short-term balloons or big down payments. So 1 million down is almost 50% down. That's crazy. And if they do seller financing, they actually want 2.3 million. They want a higher purchase price. But the 5-year balloon is actually has me more concerned. The 5-year balloon is worse. So let's see if we can fix this deal. I'm gonna jump on the phone right now with the realtor. I'm gonna see if I can get something going. Pray for me.
Hello, it's Bryce.
Hey Bryce, my name is Max Deer. I'm a realtor and I was calling about your property, the Sunshine Inn property.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Hey, good. I'm ready for the weekend. So life is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is an interesting listing. I think I had somebody in my network call this property. I think they were talking to you about seller financing. So I just wanted to ask a few more questions. I'm based in the Dallas area, but we pretty much specialize in seller financing on all different types of commercial buildings.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
you're saying 20% down and you want a 30-year mortgage from the seller, right?
I wasn't exactly sure the terms he was saying. I just remember him saying that y'all were looking for a pretty short balloon, right? Your seller wanted a 5-year balloon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so he would want the purchase price to go up to 2.3 million. He wanted a 5-year balloon.
Yes.
Does he have any other numbers he's working with, or is that all we know for now?
Well, I mean, he's negotiable on the price, but he needs a
Sure.
million down in order to do it.
So
So,
does he have like debt on the property that he needs to pay off?
I think he has small debt and he also wants to buy a house.
Oh,
So
that
that's,
makes sense. Okay.
yeah.
So he's looking for a million down. That's not impossible for us. We're in a we have a deal right now in Houston where we're putting about 50% down. So that's not a problem. But if we do come up on the down payment, we usually like to get some pretty good terms. That
Okay.
and the short and the 5-year balloon is just a little worrisome for us because if we negotiate good terms, those terms are gone in 5 years. So is he you
Right,
think
right, right.
open if we could bring a million down to maybe extend that balloon out a little bit?
What is, yeah, I mean, let's make an offer, see what he
Okay,
says.
sure. Okay, then I just wanted to know if it was if he was open. Some people aren't. So if he's open, then I can crank some numbers and present an LOI and see if we can get the ball rolling.
That'd be great.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, do you have more numbers I can work with? Do you have like an offer, the OM, or do you have like T12s or anything?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can send that to you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Happy to give you my email if you can send that over.
Yeah, hold on 1 second here.
Thank you so much. Do you pretty
No
much
problem.
do mostly commercial, or what's your background in real estate?
I mean, I do residential and commercial actually. So
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Have you been in Florida your whole life?
Since I was 13, so I grew up here,
Okay.
Daytona.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, what's your email?
Sure. My email is contact at termsrealty.com.
Okay, got it.
Nice. And then, I always have to ask, do you have any other listings right now? You think maybe we can do some seller financing, even if it's residential?
Yeah, let me look. I may have something. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, anything creative is what we pretty much live and breathe here.
Exactly. Okay.
Cool. Well, then, I won't take any more of your time. I'll get to work. I'm sure I'll have questions. Should I just text you at this number?
Yes. Yes.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Bryce.
Hey, no problem. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.
All right,
All
you
right.
too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you know what my favorite word is? My favorite word is subscribe. I don't know if you've heard that word before. It's such a cool word. You can actually do it by clicking the subscribe button down below. Yeah, you should click it because most of you are not subscribed. And I'm making all this content for free for you guys and girls. So just subscribe. That's it. Just subscribe. So, how did that call go? Well, not bad. I just needed to get some general information going into the call. Why does the seller need $1 million down? Well, a lot of times in commercial real estate, they have debt. And a lot of times, this is not like residential where you're thinking subject to the debt, subject to the debt. A lot of times in these deals, you're going to want to come in and pay off that debt. Sometimes you can take over the debt. Assuming debt in commercial is a lot more popular than it is in residential. It happens a lot. So, sure, you could come in and assume it. I guess you could sub to it. It's not that common, but it's really common to just pay it off. It's okay to structure deals with bigger down payments in commercial real estate than it is in residential. These guys are big players. These end buyers like to put a lot of cash down. But if they put that cash down, they want good terms. They want good cash on cash return, right? They still want good cash on cash return. They still want good cap rates. So let's look at this property right now. When we're negotiating deals, our goal is to figure out what the most important thing is to the seller. It's not the purchase price. The realtor said that. It is the down payment. In this deal, the down payment is the most important thing. You'll come across deals sometimes where the purchase price is the most important, or the passive income, how much you're going to sell or finance, or I don't know, the time to close the deal. There are different factors in every deal that matters. But in this one, it's the down payment. Now, the property says it has a 17.8% cap rate. That's ridiculous. If you know anything about cap rates, and I'll make more videos on cap rates, anything over 10 is incredible, especially in Florida. Like, this is near the water. I have my doubts. Usually, in better areas, the cap rate is lower because you're banking on appreciation, not just returns. Like, California's gonna have a lower cap rate than Idaho. That's just how it works. But I don't believe the numbers. So I asked for the offering memorandum. I forgot how to say that. So I said OM. Everyone knows what OM is. It's like the details of the deal. And I also asked for the T12. What's a T12? It's pretty much their income statement. You got to get the numbers. So ask them, hey, do you have the numbers? Do you have the T12s? Do you have the income statements? Do you have the rent rolls? Do you have the OM? Ask the brokers for this information. Oftentimes, they won't have this information. Sometimes they're going to be like this. Yeah, my sellers, it's a cash business. They only took rent in cash and their tax returns were a little. So we don't really have any concrete numbers. You come across that a lot, especially with RV parks. Then it takes some work. And then you can lowball them because a lot of investors will not buy properties if they don't have good numbers. But you can, and you can still wholesale those deals. So don't be scared about that. But in this deal, we asked for the numbers and we had to figure out what the most important thing was. It's the $1 million down. So, how do you think I'm going to negotiate this deal? Well, I'm going to look at the numbers and then I'm just going to present an LOI. I'm going to present not an offer, but more of like, hey, I'm interested in this. This is sort of what I'm thinking. What do you think? Now, if you're not sure what to put down in the numbers, get a deal like this. Make sure they're motivated. This property's been on the market for, dang, I don't know, a long, long time. This has been on the market for, I don't know, like 8 months now. So get something like this and then submit it to me or my team, and we will JV with you. We'll help you close this deal. The submission link is down below. We have a Google Forms. Just submit it there. But just off the top of my head, and these aren't concrete numbers, guys, I promise you, these aren't concrete numbers because I need to look at the numbers in order to present a concrete LOI. What I'm thinking in this is, hey, if I'm going to bring you $1 million down, I need really good terms. So can we do a super low rate interest rate for seller financing? I'm thinking less than 3%. That's my goal. Less than 3%. I'm thinking amortize it over 30 years so I get really low payments. And then I'm going to try getting like a 10-year balloon in this. I'm also going to try to defer payments for maybe like 6 to 12 months. And yeah, maybe he can even throw me back a little bit of a realtor commission too, because he's going to pay his realtor. Maybe he can pay me too. Now, is the seller going to say yes to that? Probably not. Just between us, probably not. But you never know. If he gets what he wants, and what he wants is $1 million cash right now, maybe he's willing to really be flexible with the seller financing. If I say, hey, bro, I'll give you the 2.3 million, right? I'll give you full price. He wanted 2.3 million with seller financing and 2.1 million with cash. And I give you the $1 million down. Can you just seller finance me at a super dirt cheap rate? Super dirt cheap payments. He may say no. So you're like, okay, well, what if we do a $2 million purchase price, a higher rate, 20-year amortization? Then you start to work numbers, but that's how you should work them. You got to figure out, this is really all it takes to negotiate deals. You got to figure out what the most important things are. There are several things that go into a deal. There's the purchase price. There is the down payment. Then you have like the monthly payments, which is encompassed to the amortization and the interest rate. And then there's also the balloon, like when they get paid out in full. So you figure out what's the most important sticking point to the seller. In this deal, it seems to be down payment, and there's probably one more. Is that other one monthly payments? Is the other one balloon? I'm thinking it's balloon. So we still give him a pretty short balloon. We still give him a big down payment, but I get a ridiculously cheap interest rate and loan payments, and I can maybe work with him on the purchase price. That's how you negotiate. That's it. When I negotiate a deal, that's what I do. It's not me splurting stuff out at the seller or the realtor. It's me understanding what's the most important thing to the seller or the realtor or whatever. And it's me delivering on those, giving them to them. I negotiate by giving, but then I take other places. And my goal as a negotiator is to take more than I give. If I can do that, I got a great deal and I can wholesale this. If I can structure a good deal on this property, if I can pull off what I'm thinking in my head, how much can you make on an assignment fee? Again, really depends. It's a nice property. Could you make $100,000 assignment fee? Yeah, you absolutely could. This could be a property where you make $100,000 assignment fee if you can negotiate very well. But you gotta be strong in your negotiations. So we're gonna try to deliver on the $1 million down and flexible maybe on the purchase price. And we're gonna try to just extend that balloon out, and I'm gonna get a really low rate. I'll keep you guys updated on how the negotiations go. Let's see if we can pull this off. Hey, I hope this short video helped you. This is the motivation to get started. Just start calling. Just start calling. This lead was sent by a JVer, by a guy who watched one of my videos, took the initiative, and started calling on LoopNet. Did he know exactly what he was doing? No. He presented terms that didn't work for the seller, and he didn't know how to counter. But he started by calling, and the terms he gave me a good point to keep on negotiating. So he did incredible. That's all he had to do. He teed me off. And for teeing me off, if I can take this deal to the finish line, I'm going to pay him handsomely. He's going to make thousands and thousands of dollars. If I can make $100,000 assignment fee, this person is going to make 5 figures plus by just calling and just sending me a lead. So what are you waiting for? Just start calling, start picking up the phone, go to LoopNet, go somewhere and just start dialing. Find motivation. If you can find a seller that's motivated, I and my team can do the rest. And hopefully I can teach you to do the rest so you can take these deals and you can do it all by yourself. Never call me again. Take these deals and wholesale them on your own. But if you need some help, I'm here to help you. So great job, Akash, who sent me this lead. And I hope you guys start calling more deals, and I hope you guys start making some money. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.